Halo, ketemu lagi dengan saya Andias. Kita lanjutkan lagi gamenya. Oke. Wow. Apa? Loh,
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, no.
apa tuh
I
Labino?
think you're mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I
Oh,
wouldn't go
oke
so
oke.
far
Mungkin
as
dikasih
to
tahu
call
Nico ya
it
sebelumnya.
that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Um,
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
dia cuma penjaga.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No, no, no. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobino.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
Terus saja. Salam
Would
dong.
you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
What do you
It is
Mak.
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Disgusting means you.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers.
Mungkin kalau di museum tertentu mungkin.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
Do
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh, no. I don't frequent places like that.
Thanks for your help.
Sama sekali nggak membantu.
The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me.
Aku suka banget museumnya. Ih, pengen deh kalau ke museum seperti ini. Apa itu? Guys, excited gitu
In
saya.
the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marn at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I
So,
will
okay.
have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Suara apa tadi?
Eh, no. No, monsieur. No.
What's wrong?
You must not handle the exhibits.
I'm sorry. I tried to raise the glass cover of the case, but it didn't budge.
Yuk, jangan diganggu kali. Dia ngikutin saya atau... Oh enggak, kebetulan.
Watch out! You'll have that done on top of us.
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Ya, George. Ini
Closet.
barang-barang
It's a
langka,
sarcophagus.
barang-barang sejarah. Jangan diotak-atik.
I was no desecrator of tombs. I was no Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's
Itu yang ada di
infamous.
gambar
That
itu
tripod,
kemarin ya,
that belonged to John D.
John D.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John D. at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Well, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that.
No?
Do you think if I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
Jangan begitu, George.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century, the Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't
Philip
know?
Lebel.
Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
What kind of experiments
Philippe
did
Lebel
John
tuh
Dee
nyata nggak sih?
perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Salam?
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Oke, kakak.
Thanks for your help.
Gatel. Di mana alarmnya? Harus dimatikan ya.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
Now, what did I tell you about touching the exhibits?
Maaf.
Was it you can touch all you want so long as your hands are clean?
Not quite, monsieur. It was do not touch, not ever.
Oh yeah, that was it. The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me. Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Bukan aja.
Forget it.
Nggak ada yang bisa dilakuin lah di sini. Dia datang.
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
I always wondered how it felt to be a mummy.
Ya. nggak ada. Butuh tisu gulung dulu. Saya ingat
The
kalau
tripod was definitely the one in the manuscript. The Templar connection to the project. I was tempted to go to Ireland and check it out.
mau ke Ireland, aeroport. Langsung nih. Bukan. Sebentar ya.
What do you want now?
What do I now? Kasih lihat
Does this
barang-barang barunya.
matchbook mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
No, nothing.
Enggak. Masih nggak mau salam, Pak.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
No, I wouldn't. One of the real pleasures of being rich is not having to be polite.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Yes, Mister. Kamu
Do you
tahu?
recognize this matchbook?
I can't say I do, monsieur.
Mereka ngomong sih sama ya kalau.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I
Oh
told
iya.
Does the name Merlin or Gruber Electronics mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
No, emang sama ya?
Do you recognize this matchbook?
I can't say I do, monsieur.
Beda-beda loh, nggak ada yang
I have to be
di
going.
copy satu
Good luck,
sama lain.
Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Kafe masih tutup. Yap. Polisi.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Oh,
I'd like to report an assault.
yap,
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
saya.
I'm the victim.
Ya,
I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla. The other looked like a weasel.
Uh.
Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
yes.
What are you going to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
Ya,
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair. Now's my chance. I'll show them. And the inspector.
Thanks, Sergeant. Thanks for taking me seriously.
I'm
Iya.
only doing my duty, monsieur.
Aku udah salah paham dengan Anda. Juga orang ini nggak membantu sama sekali.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Ya,
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
ini muka heran.
Thank you, Moo. What now, monsieur?
Do
Sama.
you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school.
Dia kenal.
Flap is a nasty piece of work, but Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu.
Loh, udah, itu aja.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur. I suggest you ask Sergeant Moo about that. God only knows why, but he collects matchbooks. He claims it is a hobby.
Mana dia?
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
It's another one of the assumed names used by the killer.
Ah, the famous killer clown case.
Yeah. You might have forgotten all about it, but I still aim to find that guy. Does the name Thomas
Oh.
No,
Does the name...
no.
Would you care to shake my hand, Inspector?
Dia bisa ngomong.
Please don't be offended if I decline your offer, Stobard. The palms of my hands are particularly sensitive.
Sampai sekarang masih nggak ada
So
masalah.
long, Inspector.
Jones. Oh, belum selesai.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Kamu belum saya
Does
lihatkan.
this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen
Ini
a
ya Sergeant.
reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare, then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
Does this matchbook mean anything?
That's a double-line... Now, that's unusual.
Really?
I haven't seen...
It's rare, then?
In this part of the... There are only 3...
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you, Sergeant?
Nothing, monsieur.
See you later, Sergeant.
Kabarin Nicole. Apa namanya aja bisa ya? Sama aja. Iya, sama aja.
No point in phoning that guy again.
Hello?
Hi, it's George.
I have been reading about the Templars. You know,
Apa?
the politics of the Middle East at the time of the Crusades is fascinating.
Did you read anything about their treasure?
No, George?
I've made a rather interesting discovery at the Croon.
There's no need to sound so arch, George. What is it?
A tripod, attributed to the Knights Templar, and just like the one on the manuscript.
What of it?
What of it? Aren't you excited? The tripod was found in Ireland.
It sounds like a long shot to me. We have to research these Templar guys properly. Get the facts, the whole story.
And find their treasure.
Mereka benar mau ke Irlandia. Yang mana ya rumah Nicole, yang mana aku lupa. Oh bukan. Ini bagus loh artnya. Nih. Zaman dulu tuh gamenya keren-keren. Sekarang apa sih game-game jenis ini kurang lebih?
Hello, my handsome friend.
Nggak ada yang baru. Udah ya.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club à la Mue in Paris.
Udah ya, kemarin udah.
Can you tell me anything about this security
Dua
pass?
hari lalu.
I can tell
Dua
it
hari lalu
doesn't
udah.
belong to you.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Di senyum.
Hi, Jules.
Hai. Loh, nggak ada yang baru, dialog baru di sini.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Iya kan nih, oh ini dia, ini baru nih.
That's the tripod in the crew museum.
Ini, yang ini.
That's the tripod in the crew museum.
Nih,
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
jadi jadi cuma ada tripod doang yang ada di museumnya itu.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Keep me informed if you find anything new.
Bener loh. Nggak, saya ingat sih emang dulu bisa ceritanya dia kan pergi ke negara lain, tapi kok tiba aja dia. Nih.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarn. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
Tempat apa ini? Tunggu, ngomong sama dia dulu. Oh, itu tuh, dulu. Lah,
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside. Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
hah?
Rosso's the name. Murder's my game.
Are you
Oh
a
ya ampun,
detective?
Let's just say I'm
bohong
here to
lagi.
find the truth.
Cool. Just like on the telly.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
Tobey
I'm on the
Maguire.
run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I. See what your darling son
Sedih
has
amat.
earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year. What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only,
What?
oh, nothing.
What?
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh. There's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Lochmarn.
There's no such a thing. Belum bisa soal bos.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Ya nggak mungkin
You
lah,
at
George.
Lochmarn? They all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? and he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the
Seal
tub,
him up.
the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Iya.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Nggak mungkin.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10
Harapanmu.
kids if you count the wives.
Ah,
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worst. It was coming from inside the castle.
dia ikonnya ini nih, gambar hantu ini nih, ada bayangannya.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows that could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but me legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Well, I fell off the bloody wall.
Musiknya stop. Seram amat.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry,
Enggak.
I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should run tests on that, mister. You could identify the murderer with a sample of his snot.
Yuck. I don't think so. Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seen him.
Ini untuk anak 14 tahun gaya bicaranya agak
Take a look at this,
terlalu.
McGuire.
Aku agak
It's an
dewasa.
ID card. What of it?
Ever heard
Tika.
of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Work experience course at school. They gives me a choice of going down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding. Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha.
Akhirnya
Neat, huh?
Didn't feel a thing.
tadi
Shake my hand again.
No way.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
ada.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Ini kamu membantu sekali. Wow, banyak orang di sini.
He wasn't listening. Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
Oh, ada banyak orang di
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine site now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh, no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now, there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why is Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to Norway.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel?
Oh,
Not a reporter, are you?
Ini game aku harus bohong ya di game ini? Enggak.
Oh no. Thank the Lord for that.
Aku emang bukan report. Nggak tahu George, pekerjaan kamu apa sebenarnya, George?
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful
Ini
spectre.
orang juga percaya lagi.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmar.
Oh no. I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Ya hilang film Castle ya. Apa sama aja?
Does this red nose suggest anything to you?
It's a clown's nose, isn't it? I haven't been to a circus since I was 10 years old. O'Donnelly and I walked all the way to Ballymore, 15 miles in our bare feet.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
How come you know that?
I'm a man of the world, Mr. Stobart.
Luas. Anda punya wawasan luas kan?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
I'd rather not. You see, I happen to notice that vibrating buzzer in your palm.
What do you make of this tissue?
I'd guess that muck on it is grease-baked.
There's no fooling you, Mr. O'Brien. I'd like to shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh no, you don't.
Bye for now. Hi, my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Iya, ada lagi.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He just joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
That's right, Professor Stobart,
Nah.
Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
What excitement?
Professor Pegram's discovery.
Uh-huh.
Haven't you heard?
No.
Do you know anything about Peagram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Peagram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Is it true that Peagram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Boh,
Where have you been, Pat?
meron.
For that gem is the talk of every town from Lochmar to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me. Lucky sod. So that's why he scampered.
Ah,
Did anyone from the village work at Peagram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
What does this false nose mean to you?
No, you're a clown.
No, not me.
Haha, you're a good one, aren't you? Did you hear that, Michael?
I hate clowns.
Listen to this fella. I hate clowns, says he. Isn't he just the funniest man you ever did see, Michael?
He's not a clown, Doyle. He's not even remotely funny.
Thanks. Have you seen this note?
Yes, mister.
Before I showed it to you the first time, I mean.
When was that?
well,
Never mind. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
No. Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
Are you sure you haven't seen this man?
It's the face of a therapeutic killer.
Oh, never mind.
ready?
Are you sure you...
It's the face...
Sama.
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
No.
Well... No.
Yung orang
Does this
buang waktu
security
amat ya.
pass mean anything to you? What do you make of this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
That's right. I found it in Paris.
Well, you look at that. A French sewer key. Marvelous.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Tuh, berisik banget ya bersinnya.
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because
Yeah.
I'll spill me beer if you do.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No. But you should show that to my granny. She could tell you fortune from it.
Oh ya?
Soiled tissue?
Sure. Some people read tea leaves. My granny reads handkerchiefs.
Itu nggak
Does
masuk
this tissue
akal.
mean anything to you?
No, boss.
Salah lagi?
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Bye for now.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Ya.
Not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Do you know a man called Peagram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Apa jawabnya ya? Hmm, ya.
In a manner of speaking, I am.
Right, me boyo, 160 quid he owes me, pay up.
That's Peagram's business, not mine.
Ah, but he's done a bunk, hasn't he? Scampered.
I know. That's why I'm here, to look for him.
And what about the money he owes me?
When I find him, I'll remind him about it. Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
He couldn't have had breakfast this morning. Not unless he had it afore he went to bed.
What the hell are you talking about, Doyle?
The history fella. I seen him this morning, crack of dawn. I had to get up at 4 o'clock to see to the missus.
I didn't know your wife was sick, Pat.
She's not. Anyhow, I went out to empty the bucket, and what do you think I saw?
For the love of God, Doyle, get to the point.
Hey,
It was the history man, heading out to the village, on a bicycle.
I knew it. Hand over me money, or I'll throw you out.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
Don't change the subject. Are you going to pay me Pegram's rent or not?
No way.
ya, nagkikitigram dong.
I'm not really his friend. I've never even met the guy. But I need to find Pegram urgently. I think his life is in danger.
Damn right it is.
Excuse me for butting in, Michael, but I think the young fella's telling the truth.
I'm sorry I bit your head off, sir.
That's okay, I understand. I guess. Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
Have you served any, clowns
Nah,
recently?
tayo ba
No.
terus?
You're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Would he be having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so. What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle. It's only an
Oh,
old
yeah?
ruin anyway.
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people.
I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say.
Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Mick. That's the way to deal with journalists.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and warm with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Tunggu, tanya dulu.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
It's not Red Nose Day again, is it?
I don't know. But this is part of the clown's costume.
I know that. Good God Almighty. What do you take me for?
Does this false nose...
No, it doesn't.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Doyle.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot. Here's something which might interest you.
Huh? Oh, what is it?
My passport to the sewers of Paris.
Is that so? Did you see the snooker last night, Mr. O'Brien?
We haven't got a television, Michael.
I know that.
Why is it, if you don't mind me asking?
If God had meant us to watch television, we'd all be like dirt.
I take it no one wants to hear about my underground escapades.
I'd rather drink me own beer.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing.
Cium
Come
ke
on,
dia.
just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Oh, jeez. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
What's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Do you recognize this man?
You already asked me
Ha,
that.
memastikan saja.
Why won't you shake my hand?
Because I don't know where you've been.
Kalau sekarang bisa dimengerti.
Thanks.
Apa sih goyang-goyang di belakang sana? Mesin pencuci piring ada nggak sih? Buat begak-begak begitu kan?
Where do you think you were going?
Saya penasaran itu.
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
Ini kamu. Pulang deh. Jangan kamu
Hi
kena
there,
COVID.
old-timer.
Maaf.
What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
Oh ini Father.
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner.
Ugh.
Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it?
Dia tahu.
No, I don't know.
Loh,
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
saya nggak minum.
Don't even think about it.
Tidak mau
Big
minum.
Bobo.
Nanti aku minum.
Knockbarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
Coba.
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day. No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
What does this red nose mean to you?
I suppose you're collecting for charity?
No, I'm not. I want to know if you've seen someone wearing a nose like this.
No, I haven't.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
Ya enggak lah.
No, I don't have a scar on my face and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
Take a look at this ID card.
Take a look. Oh, yes. Little plastic picture.
I don't suppose it means anything to you, does it?
No.
Can you identify this tool?
No.
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no,
Sebaiknya jangan.
on second thought, forget it. You could make use of this tissue.
Jangan tisu ini kali.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Ya, tisu yang dipegang George doang sih.
Hey, would you like to shake my...
Kok
Do you
yakin?
recognize the man in this photograph?
I can't tell without my glasses.
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Oke.
I'll see you later.
Beras tadi. Biasanya nggak. Oh, ada telepon juga di sana. Gimana? Nggak ada apa-apa. Minum lagi. Aku tadi ini bagus nggak ya? Masa sebab aku minum lagi. Coba. Save dulu ya. Ireland. Save. Oh, udah mau habis minumnya. Mabuk? Nggak.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick... I felt...
Tindakanku benar nggak? Nicole.
Allô? Couleur? J'écoute.
Jekut.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
What's it like there?
Kinda sleepy.
Huh?
Comatose, even.
Did you get to talk to Picaram?
I haven't found him yet. I figured I'd call you first. Are you okay?
Oh, sure I am. Don't worry about me, George. Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. He probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
Dah, gitu doang. Oke, sebentar sebelum bicara sama orang ini, ya saya stop dulu di sini ya, sebelum kelamaan. Jadi saya lanjutkan lagi di video berikutnya. Bye bye.